to Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today we're going to do pretty much like a past life reading. Cause that did come up saying that there's like a connection to your past life that you need to heal or learn from and stuff like that. So we're gonna look into it and see what it is. Um yeah. So but if you have headphones in, let's turn them down for a second. I'm gonna cleanse out the space and the energy. That was a different ring, but okay. And the song that pretty much goes with this reading is Nunya by Kalani. This is not the person that is featured on it. That's a whole different song. Um, but am I gonna fix it? Nope. Just um, yeah. So let's see. Let's get started. So we have alternative sexuality with sexual minority. Then we have industry with money handler and local artisan. And then we have health issue with infection slash contagious illness. Right? You can kind of say it's both because I was looking this way. It's kind of both. Um. All right. T. And then we have World War with Hiroshima. No, as soon as I said no song that popped in my head, you dropped a bomb on me. Like oh, and then it's not really that much, but slightly ally invader. And then we have Secret Society with other. And then we have technology with technical disaster. Mercury is about to go in retrograde, so prepare yourself. Could be saying like that's kind of sort of future, not past, but whatever. My phone vibrated, kind of sort of confirmation or something. Oh, hmm. A past life situation is about to occur in your present life to see if you learned from it or you healed from it. And if you haven't learned from it, it is time to learn from it and heal from it so you can no longer continue to have these problems. Um, Seeing that Mercury is about to go in retrograde, and Mercury retrograde affects the communication and technology. So that's why I said that. Either way, so this person, sexual minority, is a local. Could have like a local store or local shop like that people go to day to day. Um, or just everybody goes to that person, even if it's not like a store or anything like that. With this money handler, like people always go to like come to him or like nothing really happens and this person doesn't know. Um, and with this ally invader, is like this person could be a friend, which is why that song where Hiroshima popped, like I said, that like that popped in, like like you didn't expect or see this coming with that secret society and that other, like you didn't see it coming or expect this to happen. But the parts that's touching is Casanova with money handling. That's why like nothing will happen or happen and this person doesn't know. And then we have international um Merker people that international meant like business person. We're just gonna go with that. And then we have infection and hyper hypochondriac. Okay, because I'm gonna say I was say hypothermia. I was like, I know that's not what that word says. Then we have um asexual and Hiroshima, and then manufacturer and other, and genetic issue with technical difficulty. But if that would pop in my head with this asexual, somebody might just be genetically predisposed to not being able to have kids. Um, that's one way. But with this infection, it was like that just heightened it, or like pretty much solidified it. Um, oh, and the part that's also touching is Holocaust. I don't know what this means or how to say it, so I'm gonna show it to you. Right. And then we have Freemason and abuse of technology. And somebody's, yeah. Um, because with the Holocaust, that is like somebody's being like used as a scapegoat for something that's not really their fault. And yeah, like you can't like if it's a genetic disease, like you can't really, it's your genetics, it's your genes. You not you dealt the genes that you have. It's nothing. It's not much you can really do. Um, and or even no, because that goes into a whole different bracket. Okay. Well, so you like what you like, but then that's just like wait, time out. It's like no. Like this, there's laws for a reason. Okay. um, it's it's like you have a preference that is not harmful or hurting you and or anybody or people around you. It won't make them feel uncomfortable, so it shouldn't really be a problem, but people are making it a problem. And that caused you to pretty much be either by yourself or be very secretive or reserved. um But also, just with this Casanova and this asexual, because that could just simply be the sexual sexual minority, the asexual, and that's this person is gonna tell this Casanova something, and but if this Casanova has this infection and the asexual isn't really sexually active, how would that person have the infection or have the disease? That person can't be blamed. That could also be the abuse of technology to try to like lie and say that you do have it when you don't have it. Cause that ally, invader is like this person you saw them as a friend, but they're not actually your friend. And okay, so these all came out together. So I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. So we have banished with disowned. Okay, fallen society with ignorance. Okay, well slash greed. Okay, and then we have institution with mentor and academic, and then we have a blank card, and then we have poverty with disposed and beggar. That's the best you gonna get it. Okay, and then we have accomplishment with achiever, and then we have burned with branding, and then we have swindled with perpetrator and exposed. Yeah, that's all. Just like if you're asexual and they have an infection or have a disease, how can you get the disease if you're not really sexually active? It didn't make sense. They're trying to swindle, bamboos, lie, and say that you gave it to them when you didn't actually give it to them, to brand you as this person, but you actually aren't. See, coming together, coming together. Then we have Earth destroyed with drought and building collapsing. And then we have air disaster with bomb. See? An asteroid. Dude, my song comes all together. Oh, there's where the hypothermia. I was like, I know I seen it somewhere. See? Um, that was just an extra card. I'll explain that later. Um, so this Casanova one, like, you know, where some people where they were like, oh, they're a Casanova and this, and the third, but like, they're not for the streets. This one is completely opposite. It's like they for the streets. They're trying to paint it off as a Casanova, where like, and because a hypochondriac is somebody that like hears a disease or hears something and just assumes that they have it. So it's like this person with this internet is like known for hearing something and like just going with it and making it seem like they have it when they don't actually have it. So that's why I was like the lies and the rumors and trying to create that's something that doesn't make any sense. And you ever watch Big Mouth? Right? It's like when Jay was like, "Oh, we're talking about it. We can imagine it." So she did. It's like that. That like it's like what that doesn't mean that she actually is doing it. That kind of thing. And they pretty much try to use tech, or you probably use technology in some way, shape, or form to lie or to support their idea, to push their views and stuff like that, to brand you as like something that you're not. And that's why I keep that slander keep getting brought up. And it's coming from somebody that you thought was a friend or thought that it's just somebody that you didn't really see it coming. You didn't expect it to come, like they to do this. But it's like once you, now you said, because I don't know why they disowned you, but they disowned you in some, because with this ignorance, it's like and greed. They feel like you didn't have something or you couldn't bring them something or give them something. So, oh, with this asexual, you wouldn't sleep with them. Duh. Then why they keep saying sex with you? Is that's why? They fantasizing that it would be amazing and you wouldn't do it? And that's the problem? They angry and upset? But if you just, you're asexual, if you, it's just, you get affection a different way. That's fine. So that could be the ignorance and then the greed, the sexual, always wanting sexual attraction and sexual intimacy right over other forms of intimacy. And his mentor and academic, you could have taught them how you, like, you could have, like, there's other ways of having affection and stuff like that, but it's not, I don't know you, okay? Maybe sometimes you are into it and sometimes you're not. But it's like you could have showed them and they showed you and y'all came to a common ground, and if it was really meant to work and meant to be. But they pretty much lied and created a whole other rumor. And or like the story could have simply been like you don't want to sleep with them because you are asexual. That's you're just sex doesn't interest you. They rather than them telling saying that, they got offended at the fact that you didn't want to sleep with them and said you must have something and got something. And so nobody else will sleep with you or talk to you because they are afraid of getting this thing when you don't actually have it. It's just you don't really care for sexual intimacy. And this dispute and beggar is like they wanted you to crawl back to them or come back to them, because then we have this like all okay, because we it's such a competitor, so it's like you is low key in this competition with this Casanova, which that would be touching competitor forced you underground because out of greed, like I just said, involved a sexual attraction that they wanted. And we have master, they did this before with that international, they are known to be doing this. And we have famine. They do this to people that don't sleep with them, which is why it says master. This is not the first time they did this. They did this plenty of times. And yeah, because we have celebrity and that's touching book burning. Funny enough, with the Holocaust being, you ever watched The Book Thief? Watched it and or read it? I didn't really read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. So watched it. I watched I watched the movie, but I read part of the book, and I was confused. So it's just I know that's in it. I know they burnt books though. Um, that's the abuse of technology. They try to burn the evidence, like written evidence, but with technology, even if you try to erase it off your computer, there's a way of definitely getting it back. You can definitely get it back. So you do you though. With them doing that, yeah, like I said, they got caught. Somebody see. Oh, it even said exposed. So it's just like, that's why they doing all this. Cause I even said like, even before we got to exposed, like that didn't make any sense. I'm just like, how can you have it if you're asexual? So then it's just like if you, it's like even if you have the disease, now you're asexual. So what's the problem? And it just didn't make sense. Like it just didn't make sense. And then okay, so we have exiled. Okay, we got to bring all this up. Okay, so we have exiled, cooperation, master slash teacher, and then the blank card, and then famine with lower class. Um, this person wanted to exile, like pretty much like I said before, they wanted you to pretty much come back to them and beg them or just put up whatever they gave you because you can't get love anywhere else because you were exiled, but it was all part of their master plan. Um, to brand you as this person that you're not, so they can swindle people to not actually talk to you or date you or get to know you, so they can always come back to you whenever they want to because you be so desperate to have somebody to talk to and or have like a relationship with anybody because it's not like anybody else is gonna talk to you, and it's like that's what, like it just doesn't make sense even, like it just that's why it says a predator and exposed, like they plant this, they did this before, they're known for this, that's why we have this they're known for this, they are known to do this. um yeah, and then it's like, oh, now the whole world is crumbling down and crushing down, and they trying to stop it, and they can't really stop it. Yeah, because then up here we have failure with drought and building collapsing, and then we have persecution with bomb and then asteroids. So the same, what they was accusing you of is actually a reflection of them. It just ricocheted back to them. And because we have exposed, swindled, and then drought, animal attacked, building collapse, earthquake, and tornado. So that also like when I brought up the not able to have kids and stuff like that, their world wouldn't be fertile. There's no There's no money, no abundance, anything like that. That's why it has poverty. They can't grow or make anything. Also, they'll fall in society because of their greed and their ignorance. Like there's with burning is it started with could have started with fire. Like I'm gonna say like fire became scarce because it's like that's just oil. So it's like they I don't really know. Oh, like things that was very essential started burning or started going away very fast, very rapidly. They burned through it. Um, and when they didn't realize while they was like going, let's say it was money, right? Because Earth is pentacles. While they was like spending and spending, they didn't realize that they wasn't also like putting money back. Money wasn't coming in to the like, and now there's drought, and that's when they realize. Um, mm, with the air, I don't really know, cause like a lot of people could be sick. You know that could colds fly around in the air, but could be very burning. It could be very hot and humid. That is very hard to breathe, and that would be the soil will be very dry that you can't really grow anything. And you, as soon as you water it, it's dry, and it's not really beneficial to the plant. Then you might end up overwatering. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. It didn't make any sense what this person was doing. Their land is just. It's like rather than just giving, like they needed to just give up and like walk away. They didn't do that. It's like they continue to take people money and trying to invest it in something that was already going under and think that will like dig them out of the hole that they was already in, and it just dig them deeper in the hole because now they owe that person money. Yeah. So you're gonna see how these two sides connect pretty much. So we have death with dementia, and then we have contagious illness. So it's like out of nowhere, all of a sudden, they don't remember. And then the parts it's touching over here is time frame with early modern age, and then over here we have trauma with abandonment, and then we do have disowned and banished. So it's like that does checks out. And it's because this person was in competition with you and was greedy because we have gluttony as a lesson over here, also touching the contagious disease. Like then we also have fallen society with greed over here. It's you, but they don't want to admit that, or it's like when like push comes to shove and they in the corner, it's like they will blame somebody else. That's why that with like the Holocaust over here is like somebody's being a scapegoat and taking the blame for something that's not actually their fault. And then we have time frame with classical. Don't I say that word? And that's touching lovers with obsessive. See what I said? And they lied. And they also have love touching use technology with domestic abuse. And then we have death with fire to the persecutor. Do we already have persecution? And bombs. It's the yeah. Cause they felt with the three mercenaries, like they felt like they was above the law. They were the law. It's like the DC dude, right? Um, he was like, he's jury, judge, executor, and da 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 da. They thought they was that, and it's just like, no, he's a villain for a reason. And like I don't know what it, so like that who popped in my head automatic. It's like no, he's a villain for a reason. Like what is wrong with you? Um, and it's like now they're realizing that they now it's like now they're realizing they're not really the judge. Like the whole book's about to get thrown at them. And yeah, so on like I said, over here it says hypothermia. So like this person could be out in the cold. They wanted you to be out in the cold with this abandonment and disowned, and you. That's why it's like you were supposed to come back to them and beg them and blah 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 blah. Because you also had lesson with power, and but then we have location with the ocean, and that wasn't out here. Um, it could be like this person played with your emotions, and then we have because that's what this ally. And like I said, it's somebody that you really see coming. It could be a sibling because it says identity sibling. And then we also have lesson with leadership. So the lesson is gluttony and leadership. And this person, we do have academic and mentor and like teacher and stuff like that. That was greedy and it was ignorant. And you ever watch SpongeBob? Like really watch SpongeBob and paid attention? You notice what? Oh, not even notice, but you know the episode where what happened with SpongeBob? Where Mrs. Puff was like, she might have to go on a run again or something like that, and then she had to check if she could still make balloon animals. Exactly. Like it's like this person. It's in an actual episode if you paid attention. I think she like kid. Oh yeah, I remember now. So like she gives SpongeBob his license like out of pity or give like him a car like for a day, and it's like she knew it was wrong, so she tried to like undo it by like stealing the car or taking it away. But she know like this is like breaking into entering. This is it. So if she get caught, she going to like she might have to go on the run again. She gotta make sure she can still do balloon animals. Like it's a lot of things she had to make. Like and it's just like Mrs. Puff, what? Like that kind of thing. And Deisha said she even have to change her name. Like so her name is not actually Mrs. Puff. So it's yeah. Yeah, it's like what you really pay attention and look, it's like you realize a couple of things. You see a couple of things. Or even with Futurama, right? Where is it Hermes? Yeah, her when Bender had something was wrong with him, right? He was sick, and he was like, "Oh, I could just do this, this, and a third," and it's just like, yeah, no, you can't. Like, you don't have that. Like other robots have that. So he wanted to find the person that pretty much approved of him and sent him out in the world. And come to find out, it was Hermes, and Hermes was walking around with him the whole time. He stole his own file to then burn the file to then like it's like if you paid attention throughout the show, you will realize it was Hermes the whole time. Because once he said, I deleted the files, how can he sign it to another person's computer? It has to use face recognition. It had to be him. He was number 5, like the whole time. And it's like if you're not paying attention, then you will get swindled. You will like just be like, okay, it doesn't matter because it was destroyed. But it's like who destroyed it, why did they destroy it, that kind of thing. It was the reason behind it. And yeah, that's what the dementia is like. Now all of a sudden they forget, they don't know what you're talking about, and it's like, well, hmm? Hmm? It's like, that's what's either, if it is technology, they're gonna try to delete whatever it is, and it's like you can still get it back, so that's just stupid. um if it's paper, then okay, but that's just kind of sort of incriminate you even more if you ask me. But to each his own. To each his own. But on the other side, it says intelligence with inventor. Yeah, so the person that tried to leave you out in the cold and give you hypothermia and abandon you is the same person that created this whole lie. This obsessive lover created this whole lie to try to get people to not talk to you or abuse you. Or you know this person in another life and the exact same thing that they did in that life, they trying to do in this life. And where back then, I would say with this early modern age, and then with the time period saying like classical, so that classical means like old. So like back then they didn't really have technology where, or it wasn't as powerful as it is now. It can reach a lot of people as fast as it can. Or you can like with this international talk to people in very like different areas and different like locations, which is why this person is just like, oh shit. So like say they did something like overseas with the ocean and stuff like that. Let's say they did something like on the other side, right, of the ocean and stuff like that, like overseas. They didn't expect it to be get brought back to them when they moved to a whole other place. But with technology now, it can, and stuff and things of that nature. So it's like this person is known for doing this in multiple different places to multiple different people of all ethnicities or all kinds. Um, because they see their person as property, as something that they own, but they also see it at like they're also in competition with it. So the obsession is like they own you, but they're also in competition with you and everybody else that's trying to talk to you. Like I said, in past life, you didn't have technology, so now people could have really have helped you. Okay, where now people can see like also with the intelligence is like we know more than now than we knew back then. It's like yeah, that's not healthy. That's not okay. Get out of there. Restraining orders. We probably ain't have that for a very long time. Like, you know. So I had the before tarot, right? So in the past, right, you no longer juggling or was able to multitask. We have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Cups, Knight of Wands. What? Knight of Swords. Sorry. Nine of Swords. Oh, god damn it. And okay, so with that alone, okay, you With the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, and then the Two of Cups, you thought y'all like you wanted the same thing. You had similar things, but the only thing y'all really had in common that y'all was knights. You both have horses. You both on the move. Um, but other than that, you didn't really have anything in common. But you put, let's say, like while you're talking to people, right? You're in that talking stage to try to find somebody that you want to like date and be in a relationship with. It's like you once you met this person, you stop juggling multiple conversation with multiple people, or like stop talking to like other people and just solely focus on this person with the Nine of Swords because she's sleeping. Um, or that's what they wanted, right? Because I'm looking at the clouds here. It's like that's kind of cloudy. That's cloud of judgment, and then the skies is clear here. So it's just like some got cloudy by the time we got to the Knight of Swords. Okay, some got lost. Um, but also the Knight is gathering people, so they can be the Knight of Swords while you're the Knight of Wands. Like I said, you thought you had something in common. Oh, the fire. Yeah, because you're the one that's going to expose this person if you don't have the disease. There's nothing wrong with you. So it's like you're the one that have the power, which is why you're the one sleeping easy at night. While they stressing out. You don't have to juggle. You're not juggling anything. And then, because they're coming this way and your back is torn. It's not torn. Turned to them. So, when the Two of Cups is like, it's all about like, this is the before. So you see them walking to each other. It's like you're not juggling. You're not multitasking. You're not stressing out about anything. Or feeling the need to multitask or having to multitask. And if you are multitasking, you probably should stop and focus on one thing because they're wanting you to be so distracted that you don't know what's going on or see what they're doing. Because, like I said before, as soon as you catch them, all of a sudden they got dementia. They don't know what you're talking about. Where am I? How did I get here? That kind of thing. And but they feel like they have, because the Knight of Swords, I guess you said like intelligence, if you want to, but it's not really intelligence. It's impulse. You actually have courage and bravery, passion and ambition, but he's very fast. From time to time, courageous, but it's like he's gathering people. The fact that he's gathering people shows, and it's just you by yourself, shows that you're the one that have more courage and bravery and strength. You have to gather manpower to take down one person for what reason? But then it's not going to try to show you or bring, like, tell you that's what's happening. That's why you feel ambushed and don't see it coming. We have the Nine of Swords. Yeah, see, told you gotta pay attention. Stop juggling. Don't juggle anything at the time. Don't try to multitask. We have the Two of Wands. Or where you were stressed out or worried over this person, you no longer doing that. You put that behind you, and like to actually make a plan to move on and move forward because you do have to like hold your own world in your hands. This person doesn't. They don't even have to be a part of the world that you're trying to create for yourself. See, Six of Swords. Just move on to common waters. They don't even have to be in your boat. Be in the world. that you're creating for yourself. You have ten of swords. They abandoned you, disowned you, and left you alone. Well, left you to pretty much. They pretty much wanted you to rot and starve, and to be the beggar, and then I'm gonna use SpongeBob again, right? So you remember the episode where Mr. Crab lost his dime and he thought Squidward stole his dime, right? And Squidward quit, right? And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna blah 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 and I'm gonna be this big giant artist and man, right?" And then he ended up being a beggar on the street, and then SpongeBob ended up taking him in, right? What this person wanted you to be the beggar on the street, but for them to be Mr. Krabs, walking along, seeing you on the street, and you beg them for them to take your job back, give you your job back, and rather than doing that, you was stressed, you was worried, yes, um, but you pretty much left the past in the past with the wand behind you, left the past in the past, and plan on moving forward or set the intention to move forward and when think about what you want your world to look like. And because I'm looking at the flowers and flowers represent growth, but then the second one is pretty much um bolted to the wall, so it's like you left that there. You left it in the past. You're not bringing it with you. That's what's like. You're no longer multitasking. You're putting it down, and moving on and moving forward. With where here it's like you on the horse, so like now you're actually setting that like in motion and moving on and moving forward, and your little boat moving on the calmer waters and cutting people. It's like you whoever's not in the boat with you is not in the boat. It was like, oh well, too bad, too sad, should have been there. And it's like you wasn't there for a reason, so it is what it is. It's like the people that try to ambush you and sabotage you. You're walking away from them. See, 9 of Wands. Yeah, you have your defense up and you're protecting your. Yeah, where before I guess you because the head is open. You're protecting your mind, um, and your ambition in your life, and not letting anybody sabotage you or ambush you or don't want to say lie on your name, but lie. It's like you're not really going out of your way to prove the rumors wrong, but it's just like because it doesn't make any sense. As soon as you hear asexual, it's just like then how can you get it? They don't sleep with anybody. Like they don't. I mean, from time to time, yeah, but like not often. So it's just like it's not really how can they give somebody a disease like that is like when they got it from who like it would be surprising that kind of thing versus a Casanova. It's just like yeah that makes more sense. That makes more sense. um but with the 9 of Swords repeating is like the stress and anxiety being up at night, nightmares. You no longer trying to let that affect you or keep you up at night. And we have Queen of Wands reversed. So somebody very egotistical, very prideful, malicious, a liar. Um, Very superficial. A manipulator, but manipulative, and yeah, Casanova. Pretty much, I was like, they would use their body to get ahead. Yeah, pretty much Casanova. Yeah, yeah, full impulse. See, it keeps tying back to them being actually being the Knight of Swords, and you the one being the Knight of Wands. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles, and then the Seven of Wands, and the Sun. Yeah, they was foolish and tried to take a leap of faith. Or thought you okay. They was foolish into thinking that you was always gonna be here. The Ten of Pentacles, you're gonna be there forever and to put up with whatever they was trying to give whatever treatment they was giving to you. Um that was foolish. Cause they thought that they was always gonna but this Seven of Wands, it's like the person had to defend themselves and stuff like that. They always like right after like the Six of Wands, there's victory after a very long battle. Then it's the Seven of Wands. You have there's another battle with the same people that was just celebrating you that's attacking you, right? And the ambush, you didn't really see it coming because they was just celebrating you. You thought it was longevity, loyalty that was gonna build to something last or something very long, and it wasn't because they was in competition with you and wanted to sabotage. It's like Julius Caesar was his whole council stabbed him. Who did the final blow? His own best friend, my guy. It's like that. You didn't see it. Like Julius Caesar didn't see it coming. You won't see it coming. That kind of thing. And popped, Vine, and they were roommates. It's like you didn't see it coming, and it's like all of that's now being illuminated. It's being exposed. Their whole plan, and because it was dumb from the start. And it's like you persevered and end up being the one that have the higher ground, and somehow, some way, they're gonna try to tie it back to you as if it's your fault, and it's not. I'll tell you that right now, it's not. And because like I said, it's like you with this person, it's like you had to choose your happiness over their happiness, like which one it is, and you stop juggling that. And you chose you because, like I said, your back is turned towards this person. But you thought you had something in common, you no longer have anything in common, which is why you was moving on to calmer waters, away from this person, and to a place where you can actually have generational wealth and something in common with people, and loyalty is something very long lasting that isn't stressful, keeping you up at night. You have to look over your shoulders and expect or think that somebody's going to ambush you or gather other people to ambush you and attack you. Um, where you have to build up these walls and have like this defense and stuff like that. And it's like they want you to make some like a foolish mistake so they can take advantage of it. That's why I was like, if you multitask and try to focus on one thing, if you know you can do like up to 5 things at a time, don't try to do six. Okay, don't. Mm-mm. Just keep it at 5. At this point, you might want to bring it down to like a 4. let's chill out for like a minute. Like, let's chill out. Cause I don't know what this person is thinking or what this person is trying to plan, but you're gonna need to be able to be like fully focused on whatever the fuck they're trying to throw at you or bring to you. Because in this way, it's like you, where the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Wands is like you looking back on like what you've been through and the process that you have with like you, with the Nine of Swords, the nightmares, the stress and anxiety that you had, and you know, overcoming that and walking away with the sun because it's something like a new day is dawning and stuff like that, and the sun is setting, so it's like this is ending and a new day is about to begin, and then the next day or whenever you made that plan to or made that plan or the intention to move on and to overcome this and getting your little boat to move away, to sail away, to get away from whoever this, either the people or the person that it is, and escape. Or even if they, like with this banishment, they sent you away, it was, and they expected that to be like your downfall, the end all be all, right? You won't survive and stuff like that. It's like you did survive, you persevered, and it showed a lot about them and how they viewed you and what they thought of you and what they expected of you. And it's like you the one that had the strength to not only persevere, but you had the confidence and the ability to actually persevere and apply yourself and have true actual strength rather than pride and ego and being all talk. And then with the loves being here, I also use the romance tarot, right? So we have the Queen of Wands, right? Can't really see her face. You see him? And then we have the Page of Swords, and the Page of Pentacles. Um, the Page of Swords talks about the truth, right? Um, or a very short message, and might come a little blunt, but it's direct, kind of. It gets to the point. It's like a very short, direct lesson about this Queen of Wands that you can't really miss. Like it's obvious. Also with the beggar, see, and then we have the basket being here, and he, you know, playing music. It's like you. They literally wanted you to be poor, and we already had homeless come out multiple times. Or this person abandoned you so you to be homeless, so because they didn't think that you have much money or wealth to bring them, and they were wrong. Like I said, they fumbled themselves out of an empress. That's ain't that don't nobody but them. Um, because yeah, they very superficial and lustful ways that they are. The player ways, the Casanova ways, thinking like they have to sleep their way to the top or sleep with everybody to get what they want. And if you don't have what they want or have what they need, then you're not really beneficial to them or serve any point and or purpose. And in all actuality, they needed you way more than you needed them, but they didn't want you to realize that or see that, which is another reason why they said they're a predator. Um, they needed your money, which is why they go after people with money and people with. Even if you don't think you have a lot of money, you had enough for this person to try to swindle you out of it. And where you can make the money back no problem, because it's like you lose money, whatever. This person, the amount of money that they took from people, they can never pay that back. They did the amount of like the work that they would have to do to pay it back. They can't even do that. It's not literally possible. Because like I said, they did this to multiple people, and in international, it's like what? It might be nothing over there, but versus like American money, like it might. Well, it might be like a lot over here, but compared to American money, is nothing. Whereas they probably, I don't know what they was doing, how they were swindling people. I don't know. I don't swindle, so that's I don't know. It's I don't know what they was doing, but they wanted you to be poor. But it's like they wouldn't have swindled. Like they came to you for a reason. They don't they don't go after people that they don't think that they could swindle. Then we have the Angel Tarot with the Seven of Wands and the Four of Pentacles with the Expecting God with liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible, and God liberating the oppressed with self atonement, curing mental illness, and deliverance from persecution. So like I was saying before, like you're protecting your mind and your mental. Because I saw the hat. Well, this person head is wrapped, here, hat here, and these two didn't have anything on their head or covering their hair or anything like that. Which is why I said you're protecting your head and your mental. Um, and you're having a higher ground or having a better perspective or higher perspective doing that because you're not easily manipulated or easily led or tricked or swindled because you're not letting somebody else control your emotion, your buying habits, your like relationships, your eating habits. You're just not letting somebody else control them or dictate them, I guess you could say. I don't really know. Oh, and the card that is crossing that is the King of Cups with, funny enough, with God sees everything, with restoration and finding stolen objects and discovering the person responsible. And then we have the Ten of Swords with the Merciless God, with reevaluation and protection from sadness, and giving reevaluation in dreams. And the Nine of Pentacles with the Omniscient God, with submission of a higher order, identifying traitors and destroying their plan. Yeah, that's what I was like. For one, that plan was stupid. Not sorry to say. It didn't make no sense. We was like 3 seconds, not even 3 seconds in, but we were like 11 minutes in, and I was like, that's stupid. Like, it didn't make any sense. Like, I mean, it's possible, but then it's just like, still, where did you get it from? How did you get this? Then it's like, it would be very easy for them to know who they got it from, because it's not like they was out here sleeping with a whole bunch of people versus a Casanova who sleeps with everybody and their mama. So it's like, it's easier to know who it is. It's like the asexual saying, if the asexual do have this disease or have an infection, it's like they could literally say, I got it when I slept with this person. Point blank, period. Easy. Simple. Which was this Casanova. And this Casanova was like, no, 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 no. It's not me. You must have cheated on me. Man, slept with that person and got it from that person. And it's just like, if they didn't want to really sleep with you, why do you think they're going to sleep with somebody else? Huh? Crickets. See? Because that don't make no sense. If I didn't want to sleep with you, why would I sleep with somebody else? Huh? Then, or with this asexual, be like, oh, you're the only one I slept with. See, more crickets. So it's like, So it's like it's them, but they're trying to point all the fingers, scapegoat, and do everything and make it seem like it's not them when it is. It is. It is. It's them. Now we have unleash your creativity. So that's how to heal yourself. Realize you do have the strength and the power and the confidence and the courage to persevere and overcome this. Don't make an anthill out of a molehill. Stuff like it. What? It's like this. Whatever how the saying goes, this thing is very small. Okay, this is like a little bump, and you're making it making it seem like it's a mountain, and it's not. It's not. It's a little speed bump. And it's not even one of those little speed bumps that you got to go like 5 miles per hour. You can do 10, maybe even 15. Like you can do a decent speed to get over it, and you'll be fine. You don't even realize that you got over it, like that kind of thing. Then we have rejection. Yeah, it's just we have 31 and then 13. You're seeing this and viewing this as rejection, where you need to see this as a blessing in a disguise, okay? Because you don't need this person. Or like you saying no to somebody and they do all this should let you know you made the right choice. You made the right choice. Right? Have faith. You made the right choice. You made the right choice. Okay? This person was going to destroy you. As long as they could, they would have done it. We literally have deliverance from enemies, visible and or invisible. Then we had ally invader. Ben told you there was like a friend that you didn't really see it or expect it to happen. Then we have identity with that's such an what did I say, sibling? It could be a sibling or somebody that you like it's a friend that you deemed as your sibling, that kind of thing. Not trying to say start beef with your siblings. If you want to, that's on you. But I'm not saying to do it. Like I'm not saying to do it. But it could be a friend that you call your sister and stuff like that, or you call your brother, and vice versa. They're not, fam. Oh, I thought you was broke. Come to find out, you were what he said? You were a fam, and he was like, oh, like this person is not your friend. And then we also have identifying traitors and destroying them. Like, yeah, this person wasn't your friend. This is never your friend. They low. I don't know what they stole from you. You might find out. I don't need to know. That's between you and God. I don't really care. Hopefully you get it back. Okay. Hopefully. If it's time, you're not gonna get that back. I'm just gonna say. If it's time, you're not gonna get that back. All the time, effort, and love you gave, you're not gonna get that back. But I mean, technically, you do get it back because you're no longer giving it to this person and wasting it on this person. But the ones that you already wasted, you're not gonna get them back. So just move forward. Just move on and move forward. Then we have the angel therapy with heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. But also use your discernment to realize that there's a thing. There's conditional love and unconditional love. Okay? Alright. Somebody that loves you unconditionally doesn't really care about your flaws. Because they know they have flaws too. Okay? They will not abandon you over a simple mistake. Now, that's when it comes conditional. Like, I don't know why parents popped in my head, but like, say you had a test, and if you didn't pass the test or get a good score on the test, then your mother or your parent wouldn't really like talk about you or put it on, like give you much time or give you much attention. But then when you do pass, they're not like vice versa. They do like what they did to you, they did to the other kid. They won't pay that kid much attention, and blase blase. That's conditional. It's like you have to accomplish something or achieve something for them to actually pay attention to you, versus just simply paying attention to you because you're their child and they love you and they care for you. Also, there's another thing where somebody could love you but not actually like you. So you gotta realize not all love is actually love. There are um, some people love are toxic and very destructive and conditional. But that's the rejection part. Sometimes you're not meant to mix and mingle with certain things and certain people. If everything was meant to be together, then water and oil will mix with no problem. But they do from time to time, but then at some point they separate. You and this person is like water and oil. Y'all can come together at some point in time, and it's nice and it's great. But when y'all separate, it's for a reason. And I would more so say you're the oil because while like you're deeper than this person for one, and you're the one that has more substance and all the resources. If I remember correctly, when it's oil, the oil takes all like the seasoning and stuff with it, right? And the water, just you see, yeah, that kind of thing. I said you did. Either you have more substance, more to you than this person. I think I was back. I said it backwards. It was oil on the top or the bottom. Either way, you understood what I was trying to say. I realized it was wrong. I can't fix it because I'm envisioning it. It's just like, what? Like, but you get what I'm trying to go with. Like, you're the one that actually have all the substance, have the resources, not this person. You're the one that have the creativity, not this person. The abundance and stuff like that, not this person. So now I'm using the after tarot. Pretty much like if you, what's pretty much supposed to happen after, what's gonna happen after, what could happen after. I'm not really sure. I'm not seeing. Or it could be like your present, like I said, with the Mercury retrograde coming up. Whichever way you want to interpret it, however you want to see it. So we had the Knight of Swords, right? And that is being crossed by Death and the Hierophant. I'm not gonna hold you. I ain't like I know like that mixture might scare some people. This combination might scare some people, but I'm here for it. Like I'm here for it. I don't know why, but I'm here for it. Um. Okay, let's see what else came out before I say something. Then we have together we have the Emperor and the Page of Wands. And we have the Nine of Swords. The King of Cups. And the Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Alrighty. Because now the King of Cups is out like twice. And then with the King of Cups being here and the Emperor, that's supposed to be the version of like the quote unquote king that the Emperor is presenting himself as, or imitating himself as, or portraying himself as. Um but with the Knight of Swords, right? What I was saying before with these people, they're gathering and stuff like that. Their judgment was very clouded, and like I said, with that exposed, it's like those people that was over here is not over here. They're not actually fighting with him, um, or by him by the like his side to fight, and they trying to swiftly come in to this Queen of Pentacles to give them the like the Ace of Cups, like to pour out their feelings and emotions to this Queen of Pentacles. But with the Hierophant being here and Death is like all that is coming to the Death being here simply saying that's coming to an end. Like it's change is gonna happen, is gonna occur. Um so like no matter how much you pray for it or what you do, it's gonna happen and it's gonna come. And it doesn't matter who you are. And with the Hierophant being here, and then the book. See what I said before? They gonna get the book thrown at them. It's like whatever they thought they was gonna get away with, they're now realizing that's not how it is. And they're trying to rush and undo things to, I guess, buy them time. Because the Hierophant wants to talk about like healing and tradition, like traditional stuff, and having ethics. But also knowledge and education. So it's like with this person, whatever they wanted, that's why I kept like this person was ignorant. It was stupid. It's like if they really actually had the knowledge and just sat down and read, they would have known it was stupid. And it was all just gonna backfire on them, collapse onto them. But they was foolish and impulsive and just wanted quick and easy money, or quick and easy gratification, um, without actually thinking about the end result. Because with the emperor, it's about like control, and then we have obsessive. This person is like controlling and possessive, but they're also very adventurous, just going off and wandering off. And but the page of one is like they're very childish and adventurous, all with the Casanova and things of that nature, and very emotional and manipulative. They play around with people's emotions, and to make it seem like, yeah, because the song that's playing right now is X, right? And that was a song that came out before. Um, that I don't gotta love you to be in love with you, right? They will sleep with you and say all these nice things to you as if you're in a relationship, or as if they love you, as if what y'all doing is, it's like they want relationships treatment without the actual relationship. And as you're now seeing that the dragon and or the demon for what it is, and you have the sword to, cut it off and cut it out. And then because with the nine of swords keep coming out, and it says like giving reevaluations in your dreams, it's like you waking up, you know who to cut out and what to cut out. And it's this king of cups that you're cutting out pretty much, and taking control over your life, and adventuring elsewhere, and not allowing certain people to come in or be around you or to play with you like the way that they did. With the Queen of Pentacles, you're sitting on your throne and not letting. It's like it took you a while, it took you a lot to get to this throne, and to get you to realize that you deserve to be on this throne. It was always your throne, and everybody else was trying to use, like, take your throne and usurp your throne from you. Um, because they thought that they can do it better than you, but they couldn't. Because with the rabbit being here, what you can create and what you can change and make profitable, they can't do that. I want to use the shapeshifter real quick. Because with the rabbit, I thought of shapeshifting. I don't know why. But it's, well, rabbits is like, they don't really shapeshift, but, they're very fertile. And very fast. So it's like where those are like, you're pretty much this Knight of Wands rather than the Knight of Swords. They wanted you to be fast, impulsive, and down on your luck and stuff like that. But it's like, no. That's why I was like, some people might be scared of this combination, but I'm here for it. It's like they try to come to ambush you or sabotage you, and it all turns around on them. Because you have the strength and the confidence and the courage not only to protect yourself, but to protect yourself and defend yourself. And you learned this lesson and see them for who they are and what they are. And then it's like but them doing this is just proving them right. And then at that point in time, is like, I won't say like all, like the love that you have for them, you still have love for them, but you have love for yourself way more, that you are going to protect yourself and do what's right for you and do what you need to do for yourself. Also, I think I already did a reading on the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. Why it keeps coming out, and the Page of Swords. Why it keeps coming out. I think I might have to do a reading again on the pages because the pages keep coming out. But when there's two pages, it indicates like somebody being immature. The Page of Swords talk about being on alert and being on guard, and keeping watching, or it could be somebody spying as well. But then the Page of Pentacles talks about new ideas and learning and being a student. So it's just like, if they are stalking you and or watching you or spying on you, they mainly see that you're learning and you're moving on, which is why they're trying to rush in and try to stop you from fully getting away or fully recovering or fully getting over them. Because they know if you do that, they will never get you back. You won't date them, you won't talk to them, you won't give them the time of day. So it's like they trying to control your emotion and control your life. It's weird and it doesn't make any sense. And it's just stupid. Whatever lie, it doesn't make any sense. It's just. So it's like you're seeing it as rejection, where you need to see that you dodged a damn bullet. Okay, you did not need this person. Don't know why or how you want this person. Probably really don't want this person, and they want you, and it's like, ew. Like not. It's just relax, sit down. Breathe. It's like they're doing unnecessary things to try to get your attention and try to paint it off as like they love you, and just like, no, this isn't love. This is weird. Like it's borderline restraining order. It's very weird. It's very weird. And then the swindle, that also explains the con artist, why that came up a couple of times, and the imposter, and it's just, this person wasn't your person, and you're trying to make this person into your person. It's like you don't want this person to be a person, which is what spirits were trying to tell you this whole time. You do not want this person to be your person and or be in your life forever. Because what they have planned for you and what you're trying to wish for and what you're trying to plan, you will not have. Let's say you want to die and you want to retire, and with 5 million or like 500,000 in a bank or something like that to keep you through retirement, you will have to pretty much work to the day you die with this person. Like I said before, with the swindle, is like they were spending money and not realizing money wasn't coming in. Like the amount that they were spending doesn't equal the amount that's coming in, so they always in a hole and losing. And then we have the unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, and replaying the past, negative nostalgia. And we have the fairy ring with new skills, advanced training, and rapid improvement. Yeah, this person expected you to be sad and be in regret and just mainly focus on the past. But when they spy on you and look at you, they're realizing that you actually, okay, they're the Page of Swords. Okay. Then see, it goes even more. They went from the Knight of Swords to the Page of Swords. They decreased. Why would you decrease, not increase? It doesn't. See, it just doesn't make sense. So why are they spying on you or looking at you and watching you? They see that you're gaining new skills and acquiring new skills, and while you're acquiring these new skills, you are actually you. It's like you unlock something right now, and about like 10 minutes, you done made it your own and have a new twist on it, and it's just like how, and it takes them like 5 to 10 years to master that one thing that you just mastered. It's like that, which is why they're trying to come back in and attach to you and trying to pour out their heart and fake soul to you. Yeah, the butterfly of gloom. After sadness, happiness and hope returns. And they see that and they trying to sabotage it. And trying to come in and, like I said, pour out their heart and their soul. Hedgehog of love, positive, uplifting new friends. Yeah, because you were in your boat, you moved away. This, like I said, who was in the boat needed to be in the boat with you. Who did not need to be in the boat with you was not in the boat with you. Do not turn that boat around to go get them people. Leave them where they are. You're fine. Keep moving forward. You will find somebody better. And then we have the butterfly fairy with I am reborn. Yeah, that's why I was like, this mixture right here, I fucks with it. Cause it's literally where before, I won't say you was people pleasing, but where like you're now here, you're healed from it, and I won't say like you're holding yourself to a different standard, but you're also protecting yourself. Whereas before you let certain things slide, now you know that this person is competing with you. This person is trying to bring you down. This person is trying to do this, and this person is trying to do that, and you're not like you letting it end right then and there. You're not letting it fester and fester and then ending it. You're ending it like that. Huh, SpongeBob. And like I said, now they want to come in and pour their heart and soul to you, but you don't really care for it. You're over it. And then we have a wolf moon. I will watch over you. Like, yeah. The angels is watching over you. They're protecting you. They're guiding you. It's like, yeah, then we have an imaginary friend, a childhood treasure resurface. So your imaginary friend could have been an angel. See now, so I'm gonna continue. And this red, we have Little Red Riding Hood with I'm not a victim. Right? You feel reborn, you feel recharged, you realize that you do have choices. You could say yes, you could say no. It's like it all depends on your boundary and what you want and what you feel comfortable doing. And if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. Nobody is forcing you but you. And then we have Once Upon a Moonlight Dream Lead with creativity, genius, writing, expression, and artistic flow. Funny enough, it's the same number as the 31. Same number as Same number as the card as Unleash Your Creativity. So, yeah. That's all on you. You're in control of your creativity, what you want to write, how you want to express yourself, what you want to draw, and that kind of thing. Nobody else can really tell you or dictate it. Or okay, even if you're like an artist and want to be in museums and stuff like that, they're not telling you do not paint that piece. You can paint whatever you want to paint. They might not advertise it, that's fine, because it doesn't fit with what they're trying to go with, the story that they're trying to tell. But that doesn't mean not to paint it. You got to get that story out of you so you can move on to the next painting. Unless it's always going to come back up and bring brought up until you do it, and you be like, all right, fine, you got it out your system. You know what it was trying to tell you. You got all the feelings out. You was able to process it and let it go. And I guess no longer feel a victim, no longer feel tied to it, no longer feel bounded or connected to it, and you feel more lighter and feel more happier. And yeah, it's like sucks whoever hurt your heart. Then we have you are unlike anyone else. Your your contradictions and complexity are interesting. And then we had the butterflies with the. What was that? No, 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 no. Y'all saw the little flicker? I saw the flicker. I don't know if you saw the flicker, but I saw the flicker. um. So if you saw the flicker, I saw the flicker too. We here. um. Either way, I was about to wrap it up. I don't know if they were trying to say like, okay, wrap this up. I was gonna wrap it up anyways, but that's pretty much it. But the butterflies, you went through this transformation with the renewal and the rebirth. That's pretty much. It makes sense, and you're now standing in your power and realizing that it's okay to be a lone wolf. You don't like. As of right now, you don't really have a pack, but you can find a pack later. And the pack that you thought you was a part of was not actually your pack. Um, yeah, but then at the bottom of the deck, like I normally do, so for the past life, we have rural life with hunter. No, we also have predator. So I literally said this person planted. They go after um. They literally go after people with money and or status, so they wouldn't have bothered you or came to you in the first place if you didn't have it. So you did. But while in a relationship with this person or in a connection with this person, they're trying to make it seem like you did it. So you don't realize what they're doing. That's the swindle. Watch Fallen Grace. I never did, but watch that. It's like that. They try to do that. But it doesn't matter your age. They don't care. And then at the bottom of the before tarot, we have the Nine of Cups. So they thought, they was gonna be happy. That was like either with the money that they thought they was gonna give you, they was buying things or purchasing things without realizing that they wasn't actually gonna get them. And they spent the money. They spent the money before actually receiving the money. And we have the King of Cups. That's why I was like, funny enough, it was the King of Cups that was doing this the whole time. They only, to an Empress. The King of Cups did this to an Empress because they only cared about their own happiness. They didn't care about the Empress' happiness. And then we have the Page of Swords. And then we have, we have the Emperor. Okay. And then we have the Six of Wands. So it's like you're moving away and having a victory after this very long battle with this false emperor. Just very childish emperor. Oh, but it was the angel tarot that made me pretty much do the romance tarot. Because at the bottom it has the Lovers with joy of God, with joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples and remove negative energy. So if you were in a relationship with this person and you was like, I just wish all the negativity would go away, and this person disappeared, okay, there's a reason. It was the negativity. Woo! There was a negativity. That's you. They said, I heard you, got you. It's just you didn't expect it to be them, but they're the problem, not you. You thought it was everybody else, but it was actually this person. They have procrastination. Like, yeah, it's like you knew, Or you already know. That's why it's like you. The answer is in your heart. So you know it. You just not acting on it, and that's nobody else. It's on you. You're stopping your own progress. Why? You know the intention on why you're doing it, why you're stopping it. So you can't really be. Don't blame nobody else but yourself. And then we have with the Angel Tarot, if the answer to your question involves a spiritual based romantic relationship, then we have Twin Flame. Um, but the Twin Flame wouldn't stress you out, wouldn't swindle you. Do I still have that shit? I do. Right. Also, just go back to the reading that I did. I'm pretty sure I labeled it. I think. Right, but yeah, your Twin Flame wouldn't stress you out and would not trigger you. Will not trigger you. Will not have nightmares or anything. You will have vivid dreams, but you won't have nightmares. It won't be the Knight of Swords keeping you up at night. Just out here slaying dragons, slaying demons, fighting battles, being heartbroken. Like that's a karmic. Okay. Um. Also, I can no. Tall person is out of balance, even if it's feminine and or masculine. They're like this. They would literally had failure earlier. Out of balance, masculine. That's why like this person is not actually emperor. In all honesty, they're not actually the King of Cups. They're a page. There was never the Knight of Wands either. They're literally a page. They're that out of balance. They're immature. But if it's a guy, right, you're more masculine than this person. If it's a female, you're more masculine than them. So they're more of like the out of balance female energy. So the stuck in this victimhood, waiting for somebody to save them. But then that's when this whole, oh no, I'm manly man. I can do this. I don't need no one to save me. Like that kind of thing. And it's stupid because they don't have no type of resources or anything that they can do. They can't provide for themselves. They will not survive. They cannot survive, which is why they are a leech and latch onto other people. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So we have the Death over here with the skeleton. Then we have Death with the scythe. And it's like, yeah. So this person thought it's just no. They try to hold back, be secretive, be greedy because they have insecurities and they feel inadequate, which is why they try to lie and slander and destroy you and bring you down. Too bad, too sad. It's not working out for them. It's not going to work out the way they expected. And yeah, at the bottom of this deck, life is sweet. You're good. Their life is fucked up. We've been through that. That's why my life is a mess right now. Keep coming up. And I can't promise you anything. Don't put up with my bullshit. Now we know why. How this person is a karmic. How to learn from the lesson. How to detach from them. How to release them. And why you need to do date. Because it's a karmic twin flame. It is not your counterpart. You're mirroring. Technically, it's more of a trauma bond than mirroring each other. Or a soul bond. It's a trauma bond. Heal that trauma, you will no longer be bonded to that person. Oh, with academic, it literally... Sometimes school can be very traumatic. That will keep y'all together. If you never went to that school, you never would have met that person. You never would have been friends. The school was the bond that kept y'all together. Trauma bond. You release your trauma bonds. The people that was pretty much with you or attached to you due to that also get released and let go. It's just some people you didn't expect that it was a trauma bond. But you also got to remember what you asked for, what you prayed for, what you wished for. And don't go against it. Because then that's you just going against yourself, and then that's the whole victim thing again. You pretty much did that. Nobody did. Nobody told you to do it. But yeah, that's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, then please like, share, and subscribe. Other than that, I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you for watching.